What is an insurable risk? Why do they matter? And what do you need to know in regards to your business insurance? We're going to answer all those questions right now. Hi, Ryan Hanley here, founder and president of 𝗨𝗏, where we do insurance differently, specifically by giving you knowledge and information to make the right insurance decision. Now, when it comes to an insurable risk, this is a term that you will hear if you've purchased business insurance before, if you've been around insurance in general, if your company deals with a bunch of different types of insurance, or if you have more sophisticated insurance needs, you will most likely have either read, heard, or had your insurance agent, broker, provider mention the term an insurable risk. Now, so what exactly is an insurable risk? Well, an insurable risk is anything associated with your company that your company owns, right? So a big part of it is your company has to own it. There are certain examples where an insurable risk can include the property of other people as well. There are certain provisions or certain policy forms, commonly known as care, custody, and control, where you're taking other people's property that then can become an insurable risk. But in most cases, this is something you own or have a liability or responsibility to, and you purchase insurance coverage to protect against a loss from this particular risk. So let's take an example. Structure. You own the structure. You own the structure in which you operate out of. Let's say you own a bakery and you also own the building. Well, the bakery itself, the operations is an insurable risk. People are going to be coming and going. They're going to be eating, consuming both liquids, the food you make, whatever, drinks, and you have liability there. You have liability of people coming in and out. You have liability to your business from an advertising perspective. That would be media liability. You also have the actual physical structure itself. You want to insure that risk, the building, against fire, against water damage, against a tree falling on it, against a lightning strike. The building is an insurable risk. The business itself is an insurable risk. If you create packaged products that you sell retail, there's a product's liability insurable risk. Those are insurable. So these individual items, you have to, a big part of it is you have to own it, or it has to be in your care, custody, control, as we mentioned. And so you can't just randomly insure a vehicle that someone else owns that you have no responsibility to. What the insurance company does is it creates products that specifically address individual risks. Now, there are some policies, like a business owner's policy, which captures a whole broad swath of insurable risks. So a business owner's policy is going to cover property. It's going to cover liability. It's going to cover multiple forms of liability that you might have. There might be things like business income or business interruption. So a BOP policy or a business owner's policy is going to cover a broad swath of insurable risks. Then there are specific policies like a workers' comp policy that's going to just insure the risk associated with your employees and injuries to them while they're on the job. That's a very specific insurable risk. So hopefully this definition gives you a better understanding of what an insurable risk is, why it's important, and that you actually buy insurance coverages to protect against the insurable risks that you have, or to provide protection, financial protection against losses to the insurable risks that you have. If that definition made sense, that's great. If it didn't, ask questions below. If there's still things that are confusing about insurable risk and how it may impact you, leave it in the questions below, or you can reach out to us at any time. If you're looking for an insurance agent, if this kind of communication is what you're looking for out of your insurance professional, your insurance provider, we would love to work with you here at 𝗨𝗏. There's two ways you can do that. There's two buttons below. One will allow you to get a quote by yourself. So if you're just interested, if you're more of a DIY kind of person, click that link. If you'd rather work with one of our agents, that's great too. There's no cost difference. Obviously, one, just kind of do it yourself. Other, we kind of hold your hand through the process of finding the right coverage. You can ask us questions either way. Or if you just prefer to pick up the phone and call us, give us a number, give us a call at 518-960-6600. I butchered this video in many different ways, but I love to be real with you guys, so I'm going to share it anyways. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we look forward to working with you.